Yo, what's up guys, it's Lun-Gi. So today we're going to be taking a look at some more technical play. So this is a game I played with Dragontail against Ryzeal. So we're going to take a look at how we play into the Ryzeal board. And this is pure Ryzeal, just using the Dragontail engine. So you can see our hand, we've got Pan in the hand, Polly, we've got Rahu, we've got a Veiler, and then we've got the trap card, which is often a brick. So they've got cross, they've got ice, and then they've got bonfire. So yeah, so they basically have full Ryzeal combo. Unfortunately, they have like 2 Fuaros, which is why I hate the mulch armies, because they can brick you so hard. Alright, so we're going second. So here they go. They choose to go ice first for some reason. I'm not sure why they choose to start with ice, because if you think about it, they searched X'd with bonfire, so X was the only known in hand. So for example, I've got like effect Veiler in hand, right? So obviously I know they have X'd in hand, so I'm not gonna Veiler the ice because I know they have X'd in hand. So they should have just like started with the X'd and then try to play with X'd. And then they would have like 4 unknowns in the hand, instead of having like 2 known, which one is a freaking like extender / searcher. Yeah. So anyway, they go Toad, search for another ice. They go duo. Alright, so we Veiler the duo. And then X, which we knew they had. So it's got no target in graveyard for node. Alright, so attach, and then that's it. Right, so we draw another Pan. Right, so we start with Rahu. Right, so let's talk about what we sent here. Right, so we sent a Urgula. I'm not sure if they're still gonna have the same names when they come to TCG, but we send the Urgula, and then we send the Pan from our hand, and then we summon our Altharian. He'll typically be the first one that you summon, going first or second. Right, so we arrange the chains as this: chaining 1, chaining 2 the Urgula, and then chaining 3 the Pan. So we put the Pan chaining 3 because we knew they were just gonna negate that anyways, and then we put Urgula chaining 2 just to make sure that we can, you know, pop the cross, because we don't actually need to destroy their monsters, because we're targeting detonator to bounce. So the what's his name, the Twins of Eclipse attached underneath is not gonna do anything. So yeah, we can easily just like tear apart this board with 1 resolution of Rahu. Right, so we get the chains, he pops the fusion monster, which doesn't matter. So right, they negate the monster destruction. Then we just pop the field spell, then we bounce detonator. Alright, so if you notice here, we used Pan's graveyard effect because they popped our Altharian to summon back Urgula, because it was the only other target in the graveyard. So he basically just like popped it for nothing, because we are going to be able to bring it back with its own effect from the graveyard. Alright, so we activate Ketu. Since they have a monster on board, we can actually use it to fusion summon after we search. So we search our Lucius, which is the searcher. Since we haven't used its effect, we can set something with its effect, and then we can also trigger the Altharian to summon back. So Altharian, and then we pop this because we chained Altharian. Okay, then we set 1 trap card, which doesn't matter because we've got game on board. And that is GG. Right, so that's how we play into the Ryzeal board. If it was like Mitsu Ryzeal, would have been a different story. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mitsu Ryzeal could have been able to negate the spell card, but we had like Poly in hand, so that wouldn't have mattered like all that much. But yeah. Alright, so this is the list that we're using in that game. Right, we had triple Nib, triple Pan, triple Urgula. These ratios are very unpopular in the OCG, but I don't like relying on like RNG. The TCG will probably be something similar to the OCG, where you just have the 1 Pan and then 2 Urgula. Like sometimes they play 1, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. So yeah, these ratios are probably not going to be popular when it comes to TCG, but I just want to maximize like having the Dragontail materials. So that's me. And then Faimina, 3 copies. Lucius, we have Fuaros. So Fuaros in the main deck with this deck is not too bad because it's a monster in the hand, so it's fine if you draw it. And then triple King of the Swamp. So King of the Swamp can be a material for Faimina, or you can use it to search for a fusion spell card. I don't think anyone's playing this in the OCG. So 3 Ash, triple DD Crow, just because it's a hand trap that can snipe cards out of the graveyard, and then you can use it like multiple times. So if you summon your Arthurian, you can add back a DD Crow or 2 and then keep on sniping more cards. Same thing with the Fake Veiler. Fake Veiler combined with this guy are like really good. You can use them multiple times. Then we have Ketu Dragontail, 2 Polymerization, 3 Rahu, and then 2 of the trap cards. In the TCG, people might probably just like, I don't know, take this one out and then only play like the Spell Negate or something like that, and then like side the other one for going first. No competitive players like to do those kind of things in the TCG. And then the extra deck, most of the extra deck is kind of irrelevant. So 3 Arthurian, 2 copies of Gromel. You don't really need 3 copies of it unless like, except like in the mirror match. In the mirror match, it can be kind of grindy. So running out of Gromel or running out of any of your fusion guys is kind of bad in the mirror match. So we had Super Poly in the side deck. So Super Poly targets, and then we have Zoroa. So we can make Zoroa with Artemis and a fusion synchro or a link monster, and then he can target an effect monster your opponent controls or in the graveyard, and then equip it. So I think this guy might be in like Battles of Legend or not, but he's not that important. This card already came out. Very useful, easy to make in the deck using one of these guys, and then like your fusion boss, and then you can banish a card on the field. Yeah, card your opponent controls or in the graveyard. But if you banish a card on the field, you have to return the dragon monster you control to the hand. So if you decide to play Bestials in this deck, which I actually recommend with Fiendsmith being a thing in the TCG, if you decide to play Bestials, you can just like bounce the Bestial with this card, and then you can summon it again on your opponent's turn. Very nice. And then obviously you can make Chimera because you have Poly here. And then just some random link monsters. Cross Sheep is very good for like going first and stuff to revive. Okay, so this is kind of an old list. So there's no dragon, the new one. Dragontail. Yeah, so there's no Miller in this version of the deck, because at that time this card wasn't revealed. But if we were to add him, I guess we could go to like this ratio. So yeah, so we could just go to this ratio. So Crossship can revive Muller, so you can use his fusion effect on the opponent's turn, because it is a quick effect like fusion. Yeah, and then SB Little Knight, and then obviously Celine, and then Access Code Talker, because this is a spellcaster, so you can just revive it with Celine and then try to just summon Access Code Talker to pop some stuff. So yeah, that is the deck list. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.